You know what nobody tells you about April? It's not the prettiest month in the garden. The roses haven't shown up yet, the soil still smells a little cold, and most of your neighbors haven't touched their beds. But the women who know, they're already out there. Quietly. With a little tray of soil and a handful of seeds that look like absolutely nothing right now, but by June, those same seeds will be the reason people slow down when they walk past their front yard. And here's the secret those women carry. April is not the month you wait. April is the month you start. So if you've been wondering whether it's too early, or whether your hands are still too stiff from the cold, or whether seeds are even worth the trouble at this stage of life, stay with me. Because by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly which seeds to start this April, why they're the easiest ones you'll ever grow, and the one mistake that quietly kills seeds that most gardeners never even talk about. Let's get into it. Why April is your garden's best kept secret. Here's something I want you to think about for a moment. Most people treat April like it's a waiting room. They're sitting, watching the weather, tapping their feet, waiting for May to arrive before they do anything serious. And honestly, that thinking is costing them an entire season. April is what gardeners call a shoulder month. It sits right between the freeze of March and the full heat of May, and that in-between temperature is not a problem. It's actually a gift. Seeds don't want heat to sprout. They want moisture, a little warmth and soil that's woken up from winter. And April gives them exactly that. Now for those of us who have been gardening for a while, and especially for those of us whose knees remind us every morning that we're not 30 anymore, April seeds are beautiful for another reason. You start them small in little trays or pots right near the window or on a covered porch, and by the time you're ready to actually bend down and plant in the open ground, they've already done the hard work of sprouting. You're just moving a tiny plant, not hunting for something that may or may not have germinated. That right there is smart gardening, not lazy gardening. So what are we actually starting? Let's walk through them one by one. And I'll tell you not just what they are but how to treat them like they're yours. The seeds to start in April. Number 1. Nasturtiums. Now I know what you might be thinking. Nasturtiums? That's so ordinary. But wait. Because nasturtiums are one of those plants that most people see in passing without ever truly understanding what they're holding. These round little seeds, each one almost the size of a small pea, are some of the most forgiving, most generous, and most useful seeds you will ever put in soil. Here's what makes them special for April. They actually prefer not to be started in rich soil. They thrive when you slightly ignore them. A terracotta pot with basic, plain potting mix, a sunny ledge, water every couple of days and they're off. No coddling needed. But here's the part nobody tells you. Every single part of the nasturtium plant is edible. The flowers taste peppery and bright and look extraordinary in a salad. The leaves go into sandwiches. And if you pick the young seed pods before they harden, you can pickle them, and they taste remarkably similar to capers. So you're not just growing a flower. You're growing a conversation, a garnish, and a memory. For starting, press each seed about ½ inch into moist soil. Cover lightly. Keep near a window with good light and you'll see sprouts within 7 to 10 days. Number 2. Lettuce. Lettuce in April is practically cheating. It's one of the fastest things you can grow from seed, and it doesn't need much of anything to get going. A shallow tray, some seed compost, a fine scatter of seeds across the surface, and a light covering. That's it. What I want to tell you that most guides skip over is this. Don't sow all your lettuce at once. Sow a small tray now. In 2 weeks, sow another small tray. In 2 more weeks, another. This is called succession sowing, and it means you're not suddenly drowning in lettuce in June with nothing left to pick in July. You're harvesting a little bit every single week, like collecting fresh pages from a book that never ends. Loose leaf varieties like oak leaf or lala rosa are best for this approach because you can cut leaves from the outside while the center keeps producing. One plant can feed you for a month. For starting, scatter seeds thinly on damp seed compost. barely cover them, and keep them somewhere bright. They sprout in about 5 to 8 days, sometimes faster. Number 3. Calendula. Calendula has been in cottage gardens for centuries. It was grown not just for its cheerful orange and yellow blooms, but because healers and grandmothers understood its value long before it appeared in skincare products and herbal teas. In April, calendula is one of the easiest seeds to start because it actually prefers cooler temperatures to germinate. Warm soil confuses it. The crisp but not cold mornings of April are almost ideal. What makes it particularly wonderful for a gardener who values both beauty and usefulness is that calendula blooms from early summer all the way through to the first frost. It flowers, you deadhead it, and it flowers again. And again. Simply doesn't quit. The dried petals can be steeped in warm oil and used on dry or aging skin. They can be added to herbal tea. They can be scattered over soups. And the bees? Oh, the bees absolutely love them. So every calendula plant you grow is an act of generosity to your whole garden. For starting, sow seeds about ½ inch deep in individual pots or a seed tray. They germinate in 7 to 14 days and barely need fussing. Give them sun and average soil and they'll reward you endlessly. Number 4. Spinach. Spinach is the quiet overachiever of the April garden. It doesn't show off. It just grows steadily. And by the time your neighbors are still waiting to plant theirs, you're already harvesting. The reason April is perfect for spinach is that spinach bolts in heat. Bolting means it rushes to flower and set seed rather than producing leaves. And once that happens, the leaves turn bitter and the harvest is over. April's cooler temperatures slow that process right down. You get weeks of tender, sweet leaves before any heat arrives. Here's a detail that changes everything. Don't overcrowd spinach. Give each seed about 2 inches of space if you're planting in a container, or thin them early if you're sowing in a bed. Crowded spinach gets stressed, and stressed spinach bolts faster. For starting, sow seeds about 1 inch deep in moistened compost. They take 7 to 14 days to appear, and they're quite happy in a container on a patio or balcony. You don't even need a garden bed. Number 5. Peas. Peas are April's love letter to patient gardeners. They take a little longer than some of the others, but the wait is absolutely worth it. And here's something lovely about growing peas. The tendrils. Those little curling spirals that reach out and grab whatever they can find. Watching a pea plant climb a simple stick or a piece of string tied to a fence is one of those small quiet joys that you can't explain to someone who hasn't seen it. For those of us who'd rather not kneel down to harvest, choose a tall or climbing variety and give it something to grow up. That way you're picking from a standing position, which is kinder on the back and the knees. Soak your pea seeds overnight before planting. This softens the outer coat and dramatically improves germination. Then push each seed about 1 inch deep into compost, about 2 inches apart. Keep them cool and moist and you'll see shoots within 10 to 14 days. Number 6. Sweet alyssum. This one is the hidden gem of the list. Sweet alyssum looks like a cloud of tiny white or lilac flowers, and it smells faintly of honey, especially in the evening when the air is still. It grows low and spreads gently, filling gaps between pots, softening the edges of beds, trailing beautifully over the sides of containers. But the reason it earns its place here is not just looks and fragrance. Sweet alyssum attracts hoverflies, which are one of the most efficient natural pest controllers in the garden. Where alyssum grows, aphids get eaten, quietly and efficiently without any chemicals from you. It is also extremely easy to start from seed in April. Scatter seeds on the surface of damp compost, don't cover them, because they need light to germinate. Press them down gently and keep them moist. They sprout in 7 to 10 days and begin flowering within weeks. The one mistake that kills April seeds. I promised you at the beginning that I'd tell you the one mistake most gardeners make that quietly kills seeds, and nobody talks about it. So here it is. Overwatering. Not underwatering. Overwatering. Here's why it happens. You plant your seeds, you can't see anything happening, so you water again. Then you water again the next day because the surface looks dry. What's happening underneath the soil is that the seeds are sitting in wet, airless compost, and they're rotting before they ever get the chance to sprout. Seeds need moisture, but they also need air. The soil should feel like a well-wrung-out sponge. Damp but not dripping. If you press your finger into the compost and it feels wet, wait another day. A simple trick. Water from below by sitting your seed tray or pot in a shallow dish of water for 20 minutes, letting it soak up from the bottom, then removing it. The compost draws up exactly what it needs without the surface getting waterlogged. This one change in habit will improve your germination rate more than any expensive seed compost or any special treatment. Setting up your April seed station. You don't need a greenhouse. You don't need a potting shed. You need a windowsill, a few small pots or seed trays, and an afternoon. A south or west-facing window is ideal since this is where the best light comes in through the day. If you have a covered porch or a cold frame, even better, but neither is necessary. Keep a small tray under your pots to catch any drainage. Keep your seed packets in a dry, cool drawer or a labeled tin. And label your seed trays, even if it feels unnecessary. It feels obvious when you plant, but 6 days later when 9 small identical seedlings appear, you will be very glad you wrote it down. A yogurt pot, a wash tin, an old mug with drainage holes punched in the bottom. All of these make perfectly good seed containers. Gardening at this stage of life is about reducing complication, not adding it. Keep it simple, keep it close, and keep it where you'll see it every morning. Bringing it all together. Here's what I want you to take away from today. April is not a holding month. April is a beginning. And the seeds we talked about today, nasturtiums, lettuce, calendula, spinach, peas, and sweet alyssum, are not complicated. They're not demanding. They're not reserved for younger hands or stronger backs. They're for anyone who has ever looked out a window in early spring and felt something stir. A quiet pull toward the soil. A desire to grow something, tend something, watch something become more than it started as. That feeling is not nostalgia. That is wisdom. And your garden knows it. So go find yourself a little pot, a handful of compost, and one of the seeds from today's list. Start with just one. See what it does. I think you'll be surprised at how much joy something so small can carry. If you found this helpful, and I hope you did, please give this video a like and don't forget to subscribe because it genuinely helps more women like you find this channel. If you have a question or you want to share what you're planting this April, leave it in the comments. Now go get your hands in the soil. April is waiting for you. I'll see you in the next video.